This morning, concerns that Amazon, the second largest private employer in the country, is planning one of the biggest workplace transformations in modern history.
In a fulfillment center, the Cardinal robot will pack packages into carts.
The New York Times, citing leaked documents, reports Amazon expects sales to double by 2033, growth that would normally require 600,000 more workers. But the company is reportedly looking to fill those jobs with robots and automate 75% of its operations.
We could do this with our robot. We could do this with our technology. That's what we're going to do.
In the near future, Amazon reportedly estimates automation could help it save more than $12 billion and shave about 30 cents off each item it ships. In a statement, Amazon said the leaked documents reflect the perspective of just one team and don't represent our overall hiring strategy, adding that the company is actively hiring and plans to fill 250,000 positions for the holiday season.
Thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm reviewing this video because I did one like this, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, several months ago, and I got a lot of pushback in the comments, and I wasn't sure why, but now you have the leak documents from Amazon coming out, and it's hit the news that they're going to be losing, like the report just said, $600,000, 600,000 jobs. Listen, whether you whether we agree or not, I think we can all say like there's something changing and it's changing fast and everyone feels it. Some people are talking about it, some people aren't, and some people are just going about their merry way, which is, you know, okay. Um, i- Having a job is gonna be they're just gonna be hard to come by. That's my theory. I think there's things changing just at a rapid pace, and it's just kind of it's fascinating to really watch, even in the economy and just the globally, see how everything changed. Excuse me. It's pretty fascinating. But I always like to leave people with something like, what do you do? What should you do? What's the call to action? What am I doing? What I'm doing, and I'm not an expert. I'm just kind of a guy on YouTube sharing my thoughts on what I see and what I think people could do. Quite frankly, I beat myself up a lot because I feel like I've been late to a lot of things. Like, I wish I would have been on YouTube in the early 2000s. And I remember when it first kind of came around, and I wasn't, my friend said, I'm starting a YouTube channel. And I didn't, growing up in the Silicon Valley, when you were exposed to a lot of these industries, it it was kind of commonplace, to be honest. Like, you grew up in the Bay Area, there's a tech startup here, a tech startup there. It's pretty common, and then you see what these things have become. You're like, oh my god, like had I known or had some sense, even as a young person, just to kind of ride the coattails of just being close to that environment, right? But neither here nor there. Different conversation for a different story. But from my opinion, what you can do, this is not a time to panic. This is a time to kind of gain your composure and be logical. You got to get your fundamentals right. I'm getting my fundamentals right. Um, Paying off debt, especially the high consumer debt. Trying to get a plan to action to get rid of that as quickly as possible. Uh, I think now more than ever is a good time to group economics partnerships. That's something we don't talk about a lot. I don't hear people talk about that a lot. And I think there's a reason why, but I really think partnerships and with people you trust and you guys have a clear understanding, a good mission statement, and if you guys align on 80%, you don't have to agree on 100%, but 80%, even 70, whatever. But find someone that you align with and you guys are going the same direction, and partnership, collaborate, because that's what's going to take. It's going to take some group effort, and you know, it's going to take a mindset, your mindset shift. And once you get master those things and get out of debt, now it frees you up mentally to be able to focus on acquiring assets, because you the name of the game is Whoever owns asset long term wins. And this is our economic life. I mean, if we don't take it seriously, some people put more thought into their vacations than they would even into their, investments and things of that nature. So we got to take our economic lives seriously. And most of you know, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button. But I'm a real estate guy through and through. I love it. I think it's one of the assets that will be AI proof. And people say, well, how are people gonna afford to pay rent if they don't have jobs and your rent's going up too high? Well, people are gonna always need a place to stay, no matter what. And again, it's all about how you buy it. Don't buy This is just me personally. I'm sure there are people that have success in this business that invest in class A areas, even some B plus areas, but stay in the more affordable areas. I'm not saying the war zones, but your B minus, C, kind of in that range. That's where I would kind of hang out at. That's where I do hang out at in the property that I do have. And I think it's a safe range. The reason why I say that is because, and this is not, again, I don't want to get derailed too far off of the topic here, but my mindset and thinking like that is if you're in a plus community, right? That's like, think of wherever your best part of the city you live in, that being your A plus, right? And in there, the average income is six figures, and six figures has a wide range. We'll just say $100,000, whatever. It's harder to go from that lifestyle down to a C or to try and replace that income. But if you're in a B neighborhood, B, C neighborhood, and you are in that 50 to 60,000, even $75,000 range of income, you can even go 40. It's not that hard to replace that type of income. You know what I mean? So that's my thought process there. Anyway, another video for another conversation. But the point is, invest for your future because it's coming faster than you know it. 5 years just seems to go by fast. From all the people that I follow, consuming all the content of the economists and things of that nature, everyone's saying 2030. 2030 is when you'll see the big seismic shift. That's kind of already happening. So whether it's 2030, 2040, whatever, you still need to take it seriously and invest. Don't rely on just your job and just your 401k. There are people that can do that and be successful at it. Fine, but I think everyone needs to be a savvy investor. And I'm going to make some more videos about that and things you could do, things that I'm doing, and just talk a little bit and share more about that. But whether we like it or not, the robots are here. And as we can see based on this report, the cat's out the bag. Let's go ahead and finish it, and I'll get you guys out of here.
One of the things that we've been proud of over our 10-year history is the ability to develop robots that work well alongside people.
It comes amid growing fears of technology replacing human workers. The so-called godfather of artificial intelligence has been sounding the alarm.
If I worked in a call center, I'd be terrified. If I was someone like a legal assistant, a paralegal, they're not going to be needed for very long. For mundane intellectual labor, AI is just going to replace everybody.
Well, Amazon has said it's busy training human workers for high-paying jobs that will include working with robotics. This morning, concerns that Amazon...
Well, there you have it. I'll leave the link in the description. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.